Welcome back to another episode of 50 Shades of NBA podcast. Count them, 50 of them, 50 Shades of the podcast. I'm Nathan.
I'm Trey.
And we're hitting you with episode 35.
35.
So you know what that means. We're picking players who wore number 35. And Trey, yours is
Kevin Durant.
Significantly better on the court. Yeah, okay.
KD, the boy, the goat, the snake.
The snake.
Mr. Snack.
Okay. Mr. Snack. He could probably buy you a lot of snacks with all the moolah he's racked in, the max contracts, the endorsement deals, the insider trade to get him on the Warriors.
That was a free agent signing.
I don't know about that. Bro, why do you switch up? Why do you switch up like that? No, I'm just joking. I'm not mad at that. But I'll hit you with someone who's relevant to a NBA final team. Played in Denver for a couple seasons. Kenneth Faried.
Ooh. The Manimal.
Yep.
I miss that guy.
Yes, sir. I do too. I liked his game. He was extremely undersized for the times he would get in at center, but you know what? Didn't matter. He had heart over height and intensity.
I like it. Let me hit you with another one. Even better than Manimal. Even better than Kevin Durant. The greatest player ever to wear number 35.
Okay.
Coming to the Philadelphia 76ers in the 2018 season in the Jahlil Okafor trade, it is Mr. Volleyball, Trevor Booker.
Oh, okay. I like that one.
Thank you.
I like that one. Trevor Booker,
I'll
give you your flowers. I respect it. How about Christian Wood, Dallas Mavs?
Or ex-Philadelphia 76er Christian Wood, you mean?
Okay, that works too. That's valid.
There are so many people who have just played for the Sixers.
Yeah, I mean, I think your beautiful TikTok that you made the other day, a couple weeks ago, just highlighting the amount of individuals who were a part of the process for the Sixers.
There's so many people.
I can't even count how many.
There's so many people. It was like 40 players that were part of the process. And then on top of that,
ridiculous.
We still have people being like, "Where's this guy? Where's Alexei Shaved? Where's all these players?" And I'm like, "You're so right, dude. I miss so many."
Mm-hmm. I respect it.
Mariel Shayok.
So you talk about a lot of players. Okay.
Henry Sims.
I like how you just got this on lock.
Clarence Weatherspoon. Oh, Christian Wood. Okay. He did wear it. He wore 35 for Philly in 2016. Bam.
That's what's up. I think that's the only jersey number he's worn.
16, 17. He wore something different in 2018. That's all I got for you.
That's weird. Okay. You know what?
It says 35 still. I don't know what they're on about.
Yeah, they're tripping on something. Tripped on something. That's okay.
It'd be like
That's okay. I'll tell you who was tripping, Trey.
Who was tripping?
The Lakers. They tripped themselves out of the playoffs. Sweep, even.
Swept.
Tripped over the broom.
Just gone. Out of there.
Yep. Tripped over the broom provided by Mr. Joker himself.
Bye.
4-0. See you in Cancun. I'm excited to see Dwight Howard make his pitch for LeBron to come play for whatever team he is on right now.
Did you see his TikTok that he made about it already?
Yeah. Did he make one for LeBron?
He made one already.
That's hilarious.
He said, "LeBron, you can come out here. We got purple and gold jerseys. You could be Le Goat,
Jesus,
Le Trainer, Le Coach, shoot, Le GM. Come on out here, Bron." It's just him talking on the phone.
That's beautiful.
It's pretty iconic.
Beautiful. I honestly have really enjoyed Dwight Howard's TikToks, calling out every single star and even coaches, Doc Rivers, to come join him in Thailand. Thailand? Did I say, wait. I don't know. I said it the first time and it felt weird coming out of my mouth. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the Nuggies going on to the first finals ever. Kind of sick, dude.
It's pretty sick. It's pretty sick. I I think I was thinking about it today. I think there are, because I assume the Heat are going to make it as well. I think there's a total of like 3 players who have chips on the teams. Like, I think that's pretty cool. Because, Caldwell Pope's got it.
Yeah.
Udonis Haslam's got it. And then there's another Heat, Kyle Lowry, who has it.
Okay.
I can't think of anyone. Oh, Kevin Love. Kevin Love's got it.
That's what's up, though.
Yeah.
That's
but still, super cool. I did.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a second. But super cool for the Nuggies. Really happy for them. I'm not a Jokic hater anymore.
No,
I moved past that. That's like 7 episodes ago.
Yeah, that's in the past.
That was before I graduated.
Yeah, you're a new man. The diploma gave you some more maturity, more insight, more love, compassion.
More respect.
Yeah, I respect that.
I am very happy for Jokic. Also, I don't know if you saw it, but this has been all over everything I see because it's me. I've seen the interview after the game for Jokic, and he's addressing like.
I know what you're talking about.
That people have been saying that he should have gotten the MVP, and he just is like, no. Give the flowers to Joel, which I love to see.
Yep.
It's what I want to see. It makes me happy. Jokic come to Philly.
Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, that was a little crazy.
How'd that work, Trey? How
I put Jokic at point guard. I do not care. That man is a point guard. That is not a center.
Yeah, no kidding. Greatest passing center of all time right there.
I'm not even joking. I fully believe that he is the point guard of the team. And I think that it's simply his size and Jamal Murray's existence that makes him classify as center.
Okay, fair enough.
He's a point guard.
Fair enough. No, the offense truly runs through Jokic in every facet of and every purpose of the word. Like,
it's Jokic.
And that's what a point guard does. Yeah, it's Jokic.
I mean, it's always Jokic.
Jokic, after last night, also broke Wilt Chamberlain's record for most triple doubles, and he did it in one postseason.
Oh my gosh!
Again, just historical numbers.
He's so good at basketball, man.
He's so good at basketball, and I thought KCP of the Denver Nuggets had a really good point. He was comparing LeBron and Jokic, and just the type of players they are, and Caldwell Pope said that the only difference is Jokic can't jump. He's like not an athlete. It was something like almost spot on with that.
I love it.
But just comparing them as players. And honestly, I'm not mad about it. Like, they both dictate the flow of the offense. They're both masterminds on the court and direct traffic for their team. Like, I think it was a really good comparison, honestly.
Yeah. I like it. I'm not against it.
No, I'm not either. Yeah, just looking at the series, dude, the Nuggets were so dominant in like every single game. Even when the Lakers went on their runs and they did in Game 4, had a 15-point lead, like watching the team and watching the players, their emotions, their faces, like body language, all that, the whole 9 yards, you could just tell that none of them were shook or bothered by it, the situations in the game. They did have like a little bit of a stretch where they were complaining about calls the refs were giving them in Game 4. But even then, they overcame that and like just focused on the game. So I think that goes a long way to show their maturity as a team. And like, I don't know, Darvin Ham and the Lakers, they made good adjustments. It was just every time they did, the Nuggets had a better answer for them.
The Nuggets are just a better, more on fire team.
Yeah, simple as that. And one thing I do want to point out, like the Lakers and LeBron was getting his shooters open looks consistently, time in, time out, going down in transition, half court offense. And a huge difference I saw was like the Nuggets shooters, they just made their shots.
Yeah, it's really what it was. It's really what it was. It was brutal.
No, you love to see it, like especially entering the finals, but knowing you have dudes that can step up and raise to their role and give you a little something extra.
Yeah,
it was great to see.
It is going to be nice to see. Sorry, go ahead.
No, keep going.
I was just gonna say it is gonna be nice to see like truly two fantastic teams going to the finals, and on top of that, them being from such different paths, right? Because the Heat coming in as the play-in team, as the 8th seeded team, doing all they're doing, right? Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
On the other side of that, you have the first seeded Nuggets, who I'll be so honest with you, I counted out from the beginning. I called them a second round team. Yep. I didn't put them in my top 6.
Yes, you did.
I had no faith in these Nuggets to win this championship or even get to the championship. And I have been shut up and shut down. And it's going to be so honestly refreshing to see so many new faces and so many new like leaders who haven't had a chip fight for that ring. We know Jimmy's been there before trying to fight for that ring. We haven't seen Jokic this far yet, but he's clear. Nope. He's there. He's ready. I'm excited, and he already got to play. He won 2 games in LA. Like the lights aren't going to be bothering him in his first championship run. You know?
No, absolutely. I completely agree. I think just watching how both the teams play as a fan of the NBA, I don't know if I could ask for anything better. Mm-hmm. They're just both incredibly well coached. Eric Spoelstra, top probably 3 coach in the league right now.
Top 3 all time.
I'm cool with saying that. You brought it up a couple of weeks ago. If Spoelstra was better than Kerr, and damn, bro, he's certainly moving up there. I don't know if I give him it yet.
It is undeniable.
He's such a good coach.
Undeniably really true.
He's incredible. I don't know. He has a knack for getting way more out of players than what he should. Like,
so
bro, half
more.
the Heat are undrafted.
How is Max Strus and Gabe Vincent destroying you? How is a guy who was cut from the worst team in the entire league at the beginning of the season, averaging 20 in the Eastern Conference Finals? I just saw he has 14 in the first half on 6 for 6 shooting.
That's ridiculous.
How?
It really is.
How are you getting this out of your player? How is Omar? You're at 7. Like, how is it every single year you guys have another undrafted rookie who everyone's like, oh my gosh, what is happening? Remember when Kendrick Nunn, who has had the second most points ever in his first 3 games, second only to I believe Kevin Durant, 151 points in his first 3 or 4 games.
Yep.
What is happening? What do you do, Spo? And then they go elsewhere and they're fringe NBA players.
Yep.
They are end of the roster, probably 12th, 13th man.
Yeah, fringe rotation, if that. No, it's ridiculous. It really is. It's cool, though, to see every time, looking back to Nikola Jovic, who's on the Miami Heat, and seeing people's reactions, just specifically with him last year when he was drafted to the Heat. Everyone's like, oh, Heat are going to get something out of him. One, because of his name.
Yep.
Very similar to 2-time MVP. But that's just what they do. They maximize their potential and then some.
I was a big fan of Jokic coming out of that draft.
Yeah. So, I think it'd be cool to get a little Jokic action.
They're both Serbian,
actually
too.
Have both of them on the court. Yeah, that'd be so sick.
It's going to be sick. I doubt we're going to see it. I don't think Jokic has been...
Oh, no, he probably won't see time. Yeah. But you know what? You never know.
It's
never know what Spo has.
It's the Heat.
Yeah, it literally is. So, I don't know. I'm very excited for this potential and most likely finals matchup. The Heat do have to win tonight.
They will.
Last time I checked, they're up 6 or something like that.
The series is over. Get Al Horford, get Jason Tatum, get Jaylen Brown out of there because I'm so sick of seeing their faces. God.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there. I'm sick. You know what? Marcus Smart is a dude who he also just makes me mad looking at him.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I think honestly,
might be his hair. I don't know.
I don't think it's his hair. It's so dumb. No offense to the actual human beings that are these players, because obviously, as human beings,
I'm sure they're sick people.
As human beings, they're so much better than we could ever be, and we have so much respect for them as existing other humans.
Yeah.
But as a fan of the sport,
We're just looking on
I hope you lose.
I do too.
Like,
I do too. It's 61-81 right now as we're recording.
Miami?
Yeah, Miami.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Who are you rooting for in the potential championship of Heat Nuggets?
I think I have to root for the Nuggets, one, because I'm from Colorado, and two, I would love to go to the parade, regardless if I'm a fan of that organization or not. Like, when would I see that again for the Nuggets?
Never.
It would be a very long time, maybe not in my lifetime. So I'm rooting for the Nuggets. I think they'll win probably 6, dare I say 5 against the Heat. That's just how dominant I think they are. And yeah, that might be a little crazy, but most likely 6. I'd take the Nuggets.
It's Jimmy buckets, bro.
I know. So yeah, I'm feeling bold.
You better stop doubting.
It's not even doubt. Like, I know Jimmy Butler is gonna go out and freaking have his way every single day, but I am encouraged how Aaron Gordon played defense on LeBron.
LeBron stopper, bro.
Yeah, top 5 LeBron field goal percentage past decade, and like, you're not gonna stop LeBron, but you can hope to contain him. I think Gordon did that.
I think he did incredible. I think he was probably their second most valuable player in that series.
I'd stick with 3.
Really? You going 3? You gonna do Jamal Murray over?
Yeah,
I think that's fair.
Just game 3 without his fourth quarter points. Probably would have lost. So yeah, and that's no slight on Gordon, but
yeah, it's props to. So. You're not bringing down one player. You're putting up another player.
Exactly. Yeah. You get it, Trey.
I hear you. Listen, we're all love on this podcast for everyone except for Al Horford.
We are all love. Yeah, there's some players that don't make our all love list.
Dillon Brooks.
Yeah, Dillon Brooks. Y'all know who they are.
if you're longtime listeners, you know who we don't like.
Yeah, exactly.
It's mostly Dillon Brooks.
If you're not, go back and find out. he gets a lot of slack. He really does.
He catches a lot of strays. I would say, I would love if we had a bigger audience, this would be done. But I would love if someone could go back and listen to all of our episodes and count how many times we make fun of Dillon Brooks and see what there's more of. Either the amount of times that we made fun of Dillon Brooks or the amount of threes that he hit in the playoffs.
I would put my house on the strays that man caught. Maybe. He didn't make anything. He didn't make anything, dude.
He had to have at least made a couple.
He probably made a couple, but
I know career wise, like Nathan, career.
Oh, career. Oh, I was thinking just this playoffs.
My bad.
Yeah, no, that's on me. I misunderstood. No, I might give the 3 points, 3-pointers.
I still might take strays.
I love that.
We talk a lot of crap on Dillon Brooks.
We really do.
It's because of his hair.
He's kind of brought it on himself. Well, his hair, his just unworthy cockiness.
I mean, that too, but like mostly for me, it's his hair. I don't know. I was playing 2K19 the other day. I was telling you about this. And one of the players I could sign was a restricted free agent, 24-year-old Dillon Brooks. And I looked at his photo. How the heck did his head get flatter from then to now? Like, it's flat now. Like, it's a plateau. I don't know.
Something in the Memphis water, dude.
So I wouldn't drink Memphis water.
Probably wouldn't either.
I wouldn't drink a lot of big city water.
That's also very fair.
Yeah.
You're probably very smart for that, honestly.
Getting ready to move to Richmond, Virginia. I'm going to be buying some Brita filter.
As you should.
Yeah.
Good man.
Yeah, I'm going to have to.
Now the question is, are you going to get the one that hooks onto the dookie, the faucet, or are you going to have like one in the fridge?
Probably one in the fridge, but I prefer to have one on the faucet.
Fair enough. Yeah. Who knows? Why not both? Double filter.
Double filter. I'd feel really safe if I did that, actually.
All kinds of safe.
All kinds of safe. But yeah.
Yeah. I like that, Trey.
Yes, sir.
Really quick, because it did happen as a result of the Nuggets sweeping the Lakers.
Mhm.
LeBron, in a post-game presser, said he had to think a lot about like his season going forward, basketball as a whole. And a reporter like cleared it up. He's like, "So do you mean like you playing next year?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's something I got to think about." Kind of alluding to a potential retirement, potential hanging up the basketball
the
shoes.
shoes. There's no way,
Yeah,
right?
do you buy it?
No. I buy that LeBron is legitimately going to think about it for sure.
Yeah.
As you know, at that age, you kind of have to think about it. But
sure.
there's no way. I think he plays next year,
Mhm.
and I think he plays his Bronny's rookie year with him.
Yeah. I mean, he's been very public about how that is his goal. He did say, I think it was today though, that he was like, "That's my goal, but that might not be Bronny's," or something like that. So I don't know, just kind of putting more stock into this potential retirement. But
it is. He is.
I think it's far more likely that maybe he does a Tom Brady and quote unquote retires, or gives his body a year to rest and then comes back to play so he's healthy with Bronny, than him full on retiring. He's also slated to make like $47 million. I know LeBron is either a billionaire or knocking on the doorsteps of becoming a billionaire, but $47 million is
$47 million. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think he retires.
I don't think he retires either. I honestly can't see him stepping away from basketball for a very long time, but I think a lot of that might be me not wanting him to step away from basketball for a very, very long time because he's freaking LeBron.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to watch him for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Even if it means a wheelchair pushing down the court.
Yeah, I'll push him down the court out there. LeBron, we're going for a dunk.
There's a special button in his wheelchair that
just throws
him up.
It just throws him. He's just like,
literally. And then you have to like time up and find out where he's going to land in the wheelchair.
Oldest man to score.
It deploys like a cushion.
57-year-old LeBron in a wheelchair.
Yeah, no kidding. I won't put past him.
Sometimes I think about this in like when I'm just sitting here, right? There's going to be a time, probably, potentially in our lifetimes, where LeBron passes away. And I'm just like trying to imagine, because like we see that now a lot, where we're getting a lot of old heads like passing away because they're old, and like no disrespect, but sometimes I don't know who they are.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
And like I'll read up, and I'm like, really good point. That guy's a dog. But like if LeBron makes it to like, bro, if LeBron makes it like to, we'll say he makes it to like 90, we'll be 70 something. Or knocking on the door of it. We'll hopefully still be here, God willing. But like, how's the world gonna react? Because is LeBron gonna be crazy as well?
I believe. I think at least our generation will. We'll let them know. We'll teach the youngins.
I hope
what's up.
I mean, they did it with. I mean, like it's the same thing. Like we still know who Jordan is, and we know how good Jordan is, but we don't understand how good Jordan was. The same way that like. People who don't get to see LeBron play aren't going to see how good LeBron is.
Fair enough.
Which is crazy.
Fair enough. Wow, that's a really good point. Sad point, but a good point, nonetheless.
I think that's a big reason why I try not to hate on players. Just because like, it is such a blessing to see them play right now.
It really is. No, I like that, Trey.
That's my take.
I like that. It's very sincere. Very wholesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And on that note, let's talk the Boston Celtics.
Bro, they suck, bro. They're going down 3-0. They're in the middle of Game 4. They're gonna lose Game 4, hopefully. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum like are light years behind how good Caleb Martin is and Max Strus is.
Bro, this series, it's not a terrible thing to say.
This series is just a fact.
You can take it back. Trey, say you don't mean it. He's smiling. He's
I meant that.
He's like,
I meant that.
Oh. Hey, shout out Caleb Martin, though. J. Cole got him a workout with the Miami Heat.
Oh, wow. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out J. Cole.
Yeah, shout out J. Cole.
Second best rapper alive right now. Or second best rapper in the game right now.
Okay. Kendrick?
K-Dot's always number one for me.
I respect that.
I mean, K-Dot's my number one all time. Like, every rapper ever.
Yeah.
So.
That is fair. No, I respect that. Yeah, shout out Caleb Martin and J. Cole for that.
What a king.
Uh-huh. Yeah, bro, back to Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, though. They've disappeared.
I love it.
Like, they've genuinely become shells of themselves. I saw a quick snippet on their stats for this series a little bit ago, earlier today. Tatum is putting up 23 or something like that, which, granted, that's not awful, but coming off of a series where 23 would have been pedestrian.
Would have been the lowest scoring.
And after dropping, 50?
51.
Yeah, dropping 50 in Game 7. 51, yeah, shit. Darn! Oh, I was doing so well. But after dropping 51 in Game 7, like, you can't just disappear like that. And Jaylen Brown's been so much worse, 16 points a night.
Bro, Caleb Martin's actually playing better than Jaylen Brown.
He genuinely is.
19.7 per game.
He genuinely is.
And 3 wins.
Dang, okay, Caleb.
Yeah, I know my Caleb Martin stats. Come on.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I like, wow. Way to go, Caleb. But yeah, also shout out Max Strus, Gabe Vincent.
The GOATs.
2 other role players for the Miami Heat who really are just outperforming their contract and all expectations, probably other than themselves, Eric Spoelstra, and their parents.
I mean, yeah. Max Strus is going to get probably over $10 million a year on his next deal this offseason.
Yeah. I mean, deservedly so, too.
But to be fair, this is what always happens with a Heat player who overperforms his contract. They get paid like a Duncan Robinson, and then they're stuck with probably a top 3 worst contract in the league. But guess what? It doesn't matter because Duncan Robinson, when you need him to, turns into Klay Thompson in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, honestly, he's definitely had a resurgence this postseason.
It's crazy out here.
Mm-hmm. It genuinely made that contract somewhat tradable.
No, it didn't. Don't even say that to yourself. Don't lie to yourself like that.
It's moved the knee. Okay.
It is $20 million a year for the next 4 years.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Well, it's with the next 3 and then a player option.
Yeah, oh my. Yeah, you know what? Who's going to turn down 20 mil? No one.
Not Duncan. No, it's bad. It's a bad contract.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but not as bad as how the Celtics have played.
True.
There's my burn.
True.
I don't know.
But still, they're still all better than Dylan Brooks.
Touche. Count that for the tally.
Add it up.
Count that for the tally. But I don't know. Watching this series, and even the players and other analysts and stuff have said it, they just look so uninspired at times. And Joe Mazzulla was very public about saying how the team just lost the ropes, lost grip of the ropes. I think it was game 2 or 3, and partially that's definitely on you because you're the coach. You kind of have to manage that, and also on the players. Like, how do you just give up on that? I think that was in response to the giant third quarter that the Miami Heat had, like 46 points or something. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with game 4, but I think this is finished.
Yeah, I agree that it's finished. There's definitely been talks about there's been some level of smoke around Joe Mazzulla being fired after this year.
Yeah. Do you buy it?
I buy that Boston would do it, but I don't think it's a smart move.
Yeah. I'm kind of right there with you. I think they're kind of impatient as it pertains to their championship window.
Yeah. And
wanting it to win with this current or as close to this current roster as possible.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Joe Mazzulla, he's kind of been lackluster, underwhelming, in my opinion, this specific series. But even throughout the playoffs, there's been a lot of knock against him and just his coaching ability.
Yeah, he's definitely had some weird choices. I think one of the biggest weird choices he had was he kept willingly put Marcus Smart on Joel Embiid, and instead of Al Horford, and it just made no sense. Because like even when you don't have Al Horford on the court to stop Joel, you had Robert Williams, who was fine against Joel, not like great, not an Al Horford, but was fine against the reigning MVP. And I honestly don't remember a single time that putting Marcus Smart on a big man worked for the Celtics.
Yeah.
And it's like they're addicted to it.
I don't know why you would.
They do it a lot. If you watch more Celtics games, they do it probably at least like 2-3 plays every single game.
I believe it.
And it never does anything.
I mean, I was going to say at that point, one, it's not an accident, but well, I don't know what you're thinking. Unless you're just trying to bait it and then crash really hard, get a steal or something. But I don't know. It's not like teams won't scout for that and realize that as soon as they have that look, you know?
It's just so dumb. Like there were 3 plays against Boston that Philadelphia had Marcus Smart on Joel. And Joel scored, I believe, 7 points on those 3 plays.
Jesus.
He made 3 of his baskets 3 of like his 5 baskets he made against Marcus Smart. It was awesome because it was like 3 plays in a row.
Yeah. Back to back to back.
Yeah, so I just...
Because maybe if it didn't work the third time, try it again.
Seriously. I honestly, I thought we were going to win. I thought we were going to come back in the third quarter, that we were going to blow it out in Game 7. Because I didn't think they were going to switch Marcus Smart off Joel.
Yeah.
And then they did, and it was over.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It made you sad. But did it make you as sad as Carmelo Anthony retiring?
We moving on to the next thing.
I think it's only right.
I will say one more thing. Kevin Love, every time he's made the playoffs, he has made the NBA championship.
Okay. Great track record.
Yep. Hasn't always won, but he's made every championship that he's been in the playoffs for.
He's been there. Word.
That being said, probably my favorite player of all time, Carmelo Anthony. I think he might be my favorite player of all time. He retired. He's gone. He's just not here anymore.
He's gone.
And you know, I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty sad about it.
I know.
The morning I woke up to it, I woke up in my bed and I grabbed my phone to check it. And the very first thing I saw was in my Slack group chat for my work at Philly Sports Network. It said, somebody check in on @Trey Barnett.
That's awesome.
And I was like, what happened?
Your boys know.
I was like, did I not do something? Like, did I miss an assignment? What's happening? Yeah. And then I scrolled a little bit more and saw Twitter, Carmelo Anthony retiring. And
it was even worse.
I burst into tears immediately. Screamed, it should have been me.
I love that.
Yeah, but in all reality, Carmelo Anthony, he's a top 10 points in the NBA all time. He's one of the coolest players, one of the most iconic players I've ever watched. Probably one of the earliest players I ever watched, because I remember watching a Knicks game when I was super young.
Word.
He's just him. Like, he was just him. He definitely he got scapegoated
crazy
a
good
lot.
Scorer.
I loved watching him in Portland after his scapegoating. I can't believe
the
Houston,
resurgence.
Yeah, I can't believe Houston cut him when they did. I remember coming to school here at the University of Dubuque with you, Nathan. And I don't remember if you remember this, but there was someone our freshman year who had a Carmelo Anthony Rockets jersey he wore everywhere.
I don't remember.
It was it was the coolest jersey I ever saw.
Yeah, I dig that.
Yeah, so I'm pretty bummed about that. But he said, you know, he was like, someone asked him if he had any regrets about not winning a ring, and he said, "Hey, I won it life." And so
that's sick.
I'm just happy for the man.
That's a good quote. Yeah, you got to be.
That being said, go to Taiwan.
Watching the video. Go to Taiwan. Did Dwight make a video for him?
I don't know yet.
That'd be funny. Yeah. Darn, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, watching the video, he looked very at peace and like comfortable with making that decision and announcement. I did think it was cool how at the end he shed the light towards his son, who also kind of following in his basketball footsteps, and was like, my legacy lives on through you or something like that. It was kind of cheesy, but it was cool at the same time to see that he's obviously focusing on other things, his family, and just trying to do the best for his kid and, you know, whatever that means for his basketball journey. So it was cool. You hate to see like an iconic player, like you said, like Melo retire, but, you know, Father Time takes no prisoners, and it was Melo's time.
It wasn't his time. He could have been the difference maker in the Sixers series.
He could have been. I believe that. I believe that. More so than a Dwayne Dedman.
I don't want to talk about Dwayne Dedman.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. We did that off recording.
Off mic.
Off mic. We did that off mic, off camera.
Yeah.
No, you definitely hate to see a guy like Melo retire. But do you think his jersey gets hung up in the rafters for any of the teams, and if so, which ones?
Okay, so the team that I think will retire it above any other team is the New York Knicks.
Yes.
It's honestly still where I think of Carmelo from. I never think about him as a Nugget because I wasn't, that's not my era. That was kind of before I got into basketball. So I think of him as a Knick. Even when I remember getting into basketball and learning that he hadn't been a Knick his entire career, and it blew my mind.
Mm-hmm. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. But I mean, that was back when I was young and didn't understand, basketball. Mm-hmm. But yes.
Fair enough.
So I remember that. I still think of him as a Knick. I feel like most fans think of him as a Knick.
That's fair.
And I think most New York Knicks fans love Carmelo Anthony. And so I think if they honor him by doing that, it would be really great. I don't know how much Knicks ownership loves him, specifically James Dolan. I don't know anything about their relationship.
Yeah.
But I would like them to retire Carmelo Anthony's jersey.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm right there with you. I think the Knicks are probably the most likely of all the teams outside the Los Angeles Lakers, of course. That's a joke. But no, Knicks are definitely the most likely. And I told you, I was like, the only way I think Melo gets his jersey retired in Denver is after Jokic, his career wraps up, and he would just join him alongside. But Jokic 15 definitely goes up, in my opinion, before Carmelo, especially after this finals run, the 2 MVPs. You just can't argue that. But yeah, regardless, sad to see Melo go. But he's on to greener pastures, and I'll be rooting for him and his child from afar. And maybe his kid makes it one day.
I would like to be rooting from very close.
Okay, that's fair too.
Carmelo, invite me over for dinner. By the way, Doc Rivers is one of the 5 finalists for the Phoenix Suns coaching job.
I saw that pop up. If I'm the Suns, I would say don't.
As a Sixers fan,
I would say don't.
I am definitely a bigger Doc supporter than any other Sixers fan I know, and I would also say
that
don't
right now. Okay, wow.
Because Doc Rivers is not a good head coach, but he's a very
know what you're going to get out of Doc.
He's a very good players coach. I believe it might have been Matt Barnes talking about it. I don't remember who. They were talking about how when he played for Doc really struggles with the X's and O's of basketball, of coaching and adjustments and those kind of things. Which, if I'm hearing that and listening to that, I'm going, oh, wow, you shouldn't be coaching the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
How do you struggle with adjustments and X's and O's as a coach, Just kind of blows my mind.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
That's
it is
fair.
what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think Doc Rivers is a good locker room manager. I think he brings a lot of heart to coaching. I think he thinks he's better than he is, though. So I think that makes him get kind of cocky about his game plans. And why would I adjust? I made this perfect game plan.
Mm-hmm. No, that's fair.
It's more like, why would I adjust? I made this perfect game plan. I don't really have a Doc Rivers voice, but you know how he is.
You got to go smoke a couple packs before. That man has no voice. It's
interesting. It's a iconic voice, really.
It is. No, it is. I can picture it right now in my ears, actually.
I can picture it in my ears. Face. That's what you said.
I can picture it in my ears.
Yeah. All right. Good. I'm
special, Trey. I'm special like
yes,
that.
Sir. But overall, I would say no.
Yeah.
If I'm the Suns.
Yeah.
They also named Nick Nurse, which would be a very good hire. I think
Nick Nurse is also more of a player's coach rather than the X's and O's.
I disagree.
Or at least has amazing relationships with his players. I would like Nick Nurse. Definitely more than Doc.
I agree. I'm really hoping. So the 76ers had Nick Nurse in for an interview, like a week ago, and they apparently liked him from what I heard. But I would like Nick Nurse to be the next head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers. He would be the best coach that we've had probably since the 80s. Whoever won that championship.
Over Monty, though?
Yes, actually.
I'm curious to know why.
I like Nick Nurse a lot. I think the Sixers, like I said, I think the Sixers struggle with an X's and O's guy and an adjustments guy. And Nick Nurse is one of those guys who is very strategic, but also very good at adjustments. And he's also one of those guys who pulls something out of nothing on a lot of players, or pulls more out of a player than what they typically do. That's been kind of the Raptors' MO, just like on a lesser level. But, I mean, their championship team with Nick Nurse, none of their players had been anything higher than the 15th pick in the draft.
Fair enough.
Pascal Siakam was a big project for Nick Nurse. OG Anunoby's growth was a big thing for Nick Nurse. Fred VanVleet undrafted Nick Nurse because Nick Nurse was there under Dwayne Casey almost the entire time, I believe. So I really do believe in Nick Nurse a lot. Monty Williams, I love Monty Williams. He was a former Sixers assistant coach under, I believe, Brett Brown. Might have been. No, I think he was under Brett Brown. I believe in Monty Williams a lot. I like the guy. I think he's a great coach. I think at this point, I would do Nick Nurse for the Sixers organization more than Monty Williams.
Okay.
But I think it's a close race. And either one I'd be really happy with. Yeah.
I don't think you can really go wrong with either. But we'll see.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of great coaching candidates out right now.
There's two.
To say the least.
Those two.
Yeah. I like definitely not for a championship caliber team, but I like the idea of Steve Nash and Kenny.
That's true. Kenny Atkinson.
More so Kenny.
Kenny Atkinson's pretty great.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, I like him a lot. I think he was responsible for a lot of what set the Nets up to be even in a position to land, KD, Kyrie, Harden, to assemble that team. And he just kind of got the short end of the stick.
He did.
Because Kyrie didn't want him.
Yeah.
So.
That's a great point. I forgot about Kenny Atkinson. I have not seen a lot of buzz about him getting head coaching.
I haven't either.
The main reason
interviews
is I think last year when the Hornets agreed to hire him as their head coach, I can't remember if he backed out or if the Hornets backed out, but something happened there, and I'm wondering if it's making teams a little bit more weary of trying to get him. He also has the tag of a good rebuilding coach, not a good championship coach, like you said. So I think we're waiting for more of those bad teams to open up with head coaching vacancies really in the next few years to see Kenny Atkinson really get a shot again.
Word. Yeah. Okay. Three-headed race, and they're all pretty defined.
Yeah. Yeah.
Word. I like that.
I like it.
Do you want to get to the last thing on our list?
Yes, sir. So Austin Rivers, son of Doc Rivers, says that Austin Reeves. You wrote Austin Rivers again, Nathan. Austin Reeves is nowhere near Jordan Poole's level. in response to everyone saying, Austin Reeves is better than Jordan Poole. What are your thoughts on that?
I think if you just look at a pure skill, that's it. And I would agree. I think Jordan Poole offers a lot more offensive skill, a lot more offensive talent. If you're only looking at it offensively type of deal, I think I would be more comfortable with, siding with Austin Rivers because I think he fits better with the team. He would fit better on more teams. Like if the Warriors had an Austin Reeves over a Jordan Poole this year, maybe they have a little bit different success in the postseason just because he doesn't demand the shots that Jordan Poole, as you saw, obviously did throughout the postseason. He seems to be a little more, I don't know, like less about me, more about team. Again, maybe that's because of how he had to get to the league and his position right now, as opposed to Poole. But he also brings a little more defensively than a Jordan Poole. So that's my position on it.
I agree that he brings more defensively than Jordan Poole. And I agree that he fits better on more teams than Jordan Poole.
Okay.
I think what Austin Rivers was trying to say in the video on the podcast when he was talking about it, I'm going to equate it to this. If you had to build a team around one player who had to be the star, Jordan Poole or Austin Reeves, 9 out of 10 people would say Jordan Poole over Austin Reeves.
It's a good way to dice it down.
Yeah, because I think he was trying to say...
Are you one of those 9 of 10?
Absolutely. I think Austin Reeves is one of the best role players. Honestly, when I think of Austin Reeves, I think of a younger version of how Andrew Wiggins played last year.
Okay, that's fair.
So that's my take on it. I'm not building around Austin Reeves in the same way I'm going to build around Jordan Poole, obviously. If I bring in Austin Reeves to be my main, if I'm doing a fantasy draft and I bring in Austin Reeves, I still have to find stars, plural, that complement. They don't need to complement his game. He's going to complement theirs. Jordan Poole, on the other side, is going to complement, or he needs compliments on his team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. That makes sense.
I think Jordan Poole needs to find his way out of Golden State, and I feel like wherever he lands, if they trust him enough to be the number 2, he will have a incredible year. Yeah,
no, it's fair. I like that. Also with that, Bob Myers still hasn't reached a agreement with the Warriors, and it's kind of looking like what I've seen that both sides are going to part ways.
Yeah.
So obviously that'll have a huge play into if Jordan Poole's on this roster next year with a new GM. So we'll see in what direction the GM decides to take it.
Yeah.
But a lot up in the air right now, more than I think people kind of expected for this Warriors team.
Yes. I mean, when you're coming into this Warriors team too as the GM, you have so many bloated contracts. Like Klay Thompson's on $40 million a year, 43, I think. He's not old Klay, and they want to pay him because he's Klay. Like, you don't want to do one of your franchise cornerstones dirty.
Yeah,
when you're already going to do it against Draymond. Like, what are you going to do?
The reality of it.
And so I think he's going to look to trade Jordan Poole, whoever comes in, or she is going to look to trade Jordan Poole, whoever comes in. And I think Jordan Poole is a great player to buy low on right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know what his trade value is. I think he's going to be more than an expiring contract and a second round pick, future first. But I would love for like a team like, I don't know, like Charlotte to look into a Jordan Poole. Maybe not as much now. They're going to probably walk away from the draft with a Scoot Henderson. And that's going to have they're going to have a 3-guard lineup of shot chuckers. They're not going to like it that much. But if they end up going, if Charlotte goes, we want to take Brandon Miller at pick 2, right?
Yeah.
Out of Alabama. And then Jordan Poole for a Terry Rozier swap seems a little bit a little bit more feasible to have LaMelo at your 1,
absolutely,
and Poole at your 2, and Miller at your 3. I want him to go somewhere where Poole gets to be Poole, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's really what it is.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't really have that room to do that on the Golden State Warriors with Steph and Clay ahead of him.
And Wiggins ahead of him.
And Wiggins, yeah.
And the problems with Draymond.
Although Draymond, he might walk.
He might walk.
La La Land, potentially.
Has a player option this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. It's gonna be an interesting offseason.
Yeah, it'll be a really good one.
Yeah, I'm excited.
As am I.
I'm hoping James Harden doesn't go to the Rockets, but I'm also hoping Philadelphia does not give him a $200 million contract like all the reports have been saying.
Yeah, I for you as my friend, I would also hope that they don't do that. They don't give him that contract because this postseason he didn't deserve it. He kind of played himself out of that contract, honestly.
Yeah, he did. If he was just giving us 20 and 10 a night, I would have given it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's about it.
It's all you needed, though.
Yeah, it's super, super interesting.
Mm-hmm. Word. I think that does it for me, though. Trey, if you have anything else you'd like to include or say?
I think that's it for me. Sorry, I just saw a tweet come through from Josh Eberle.
No, you're cool.
Just says 24-year-old former number 1 picks. Some people don't want to give a second chance, but Doc Rivers hits the reset like it's a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about DeAndre.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
So, little things like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll have a lot of good content for y'all listeners though for the off season.
I'll definitely we'll have a free agent conversation next year or next week. Oh my gosh.
Absolutely. Next week. Oh yeah, because I mean, there's 9 days in between finals or start of game 1, so got plenty of time to do it.
I'll start making a list.
All right, perfect. I look forward to it, Trey.
Until then,
as will I.
Until then, Nathan, it's been real.
It's been fun.
And it's been real fun.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Let's go. Deuces.
That being said, deuces.